Downtown area of Atlanta, and we are here. We are joined by the aforementioned Marcus Spears. Spears, what was that guy doing, man? I've never seen you lose it like that.
I'm from Louisiana. That's voodoo, bro. That's not card tricks. That's voodoo. Straight up. And I was looking at that big Ferris wheel. You think it's a weight limit on that thing? Because I want to go ride it.
No, you got to go ride it, dude.
Okay.
No, you got to go ride it.
Make sure it's not a weight limit on there.
Well, what killed me was looking at Tebow. I mean, you sitting there, got your head down like this, and Tebow's going like,
yeah.
Man, yeah. What is that dude doing, man?
What is he doing? First of all, that dude had a great story. He was homeless. I mean, he was raised an orphan.
He's called Magic with a meaning.
Magic with a meaning. And
okay,
man, he is unreal. What happened was we saw the reaction to the players when he was doing the card tricks for them out here. And our producer, Pete Waters, was like, we need to get him on.
That's awesome.
And he freaked me out, bro. Tom, TB, I know I pulled the 6 of heart out of that deck, dude. I'm still trying to figure out how you got
spooky. That is spooky.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this game a little. First of all, your people are back here.
Yeah.
Your people are back here.
Right here, man. Yeah. See what you did?
I love it. I love it. All right, big picture question first. Big picture question. You know LSU. What they have done to this point in the season has been miraculous in terms of the way they've transformed themselves. As somebody who's close to that place, what's your big picture assessment of what they've done this year?
Welcome to the what century are we in? The 21st?
21st, I hope.
Welcome to the 21st century of playing offense. Number one, right? When you think about even conversations you and I had. Tony, why won't they spread the offense out? Why won't they throw the ball 30 or 40 times?
Yep.
Why won't they implement the things that we see having success in college football?
Coaches are hard-headed.
Coaches hard-headed, man.
Yes.
So finally, just overall, it's two things we always said. LSU had the athletes to compete with anybody.
Always.
And all they needed to fix was the offense. And they did those two things. Now, obviously, some things fall in line. Like, this is one of those seasons I think we'll look back 10, 15 years from now and we'd be like, how in the world does all of that come together at one time, right? Joe obviously transferring from Ohio State. Ed O getting the job through an interim phase at first. You think about the coaches they wanted, Herman, Jimbo, all of the things that it took to get to this point, I think fuels this team. It's a lot of underdogs on this team. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was told he was not big enough to play football. The receivers starving to be on center stage because they knew they had that type of talent. A lot of things came together for LSU this year, man.
Well, Coach O said something interesting in one of the press conferences, or maybe when he talked to Holly, is that Joe Burrow has changed the culture of LSU offense forever. For sure.
TB, think about this, man. And I would add 2 more names, Steve Ensminger and Joe Brady.
No doubt.
Think about this. If I'm 17 years old and I'm in this culture of high school football right now where teams are spreading the ball out and you want to be at the Elite 11 or you want to be amongst the names on the ESPN 300 who Lugs does a great job of breaking those guys down. You want to go somewhere where you're going to throw the football.
Sure.
Like that's when I was a tight end coming out of high school, I wanted to go to an offense that utilized the tight end. Like what you see is a progression by LSU overall. And Joe Burrow's, the meaning that Joe has had to this program is that you didn't get the nod at Ohio State. You came here, we put you in a great system. You performed at an elite level. I mean, he won the Heisman. Think about that for a second.
Him and Billy Cannon. I mean, that's it.
It's 2. Think about the great players that's been through LSU. And Joe Burrow, within 16 months, became the second Heisman Trophy winner in the history of LSU football because of a scheme change and because of him being in the right place at the right time.
And don't you know that Odell Beckham Jr. and all those great LSU receivers over the years are sitting there watching – dude.
Why not us?
Dude, why not us?
Him, Jarvis Landry, Michael Clayton, Devery Henderson, Josh Reed won the Biletnikoff with Rohan David throwing the ball to him. But to that point, TB, it's never been a question about the players.
Never. No. Well, and the thing about it is, when we talk about changing the culture, whoever becomes the head football coach after Ed Orgeron is done, he can never go back.
He can't go back.
You can never go back.
Can't go back. Nope. Nope. And the way Ed embraced it, right? I was a big proponent for Ed early. A lot of people weren't.
No.
But I saw the way the players responded to him when they played hard for him. The last 7 games of the season, after Les Miles got fired, Ed Orgeron got a team to go into A&M and win a game. They competed hard against Alabama, still lost. They won, 6 of the 7, I think, and ended up having a really good season, then went and played Lamar Jackson in a bowl game and shut him down. So you saw the rumblings, but I thought he would be the guy. And then you have the phase of you got to be smart to hire the right people.
Right.
He hired Matt Canada, didn't work.
Nope.
He said, that's not going to work. Thank you for your service. I'm going to move on. Went out and found the right guys. Like that, to me, that's coaching. They delegate power. That's what the great ones do. As much credit as we give Nick Saban and Dabo and Urban and what those guys have been doing, they've done a tremendous job delegating power and identifying talent within coaches. And Ed O is on that path right now, man.
And he walks into Steve Ensminger's office and says, here's what I want to do. Are you cool with it? And Ensminger said, let's go. And you know coaches with their egos, a lot of – you're bringing in a 29-year-old guy to tell me how to run up? No, no.
But that tells you about winning is everything for this team. Like, I've been around them, TB. If it's going to help us be good, we in.
Right.
And look, for all the conversation, Joe Brady won the Brawls Award. And Steve Ensminger did nothing but congratulate him and talked about wanting to usher him in to learning and having longevity in this career. If it's an unsung hero on this team, it's Steve Ensminger.
No, I don't think there's any question about it. Hey, look, you had a chance to talk to Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator,
who I love,
by the way. I heard nothing but great things about the guy.
I love him. I love him.
What were your takeaways? Because now we're sitting there looking at an Oklahoma defense that's lost their best pass rusher, that's lost their number 2 tackler in the secondary. What was your takeaway from talking to him?
Well, here's what. First of all, Alex has great perspective, and he got an edge to him, which I'm a defensive guy. I like that. He's been doing a tremendous job this year of giving the illusion of pressure, with it looking like a 5- and 6-man rush, like we got an extra guy that you can't block, and it ends up being a 4-man rush, bringing safeties down close to the line of scrimmage, and you don't know if they coming or they going. But he's had to play defense that way. If you look at Oklahoma's numbers of total defense against the rush, against the pass, everything is markedly better, like 70 spots better. So that tells you what type of job he's done. And we've sat here for years and said Oklahoma has been a defense away from possibly winning 1 or 2 national championships. So they're better.
They're better.
They're better. They're a lot better than they've been. Now, the question is, now you test your mettle against the best on the other side of the ball, right? But he has a plan. And look, this is the one identifier for me. And talking to you, which I love talking to you about football because you have so much knowledge and know all of these guys. How much do you reach out to guys that have been successful? Right. To me, that determines, for me personally, that tells me if you really are going on your way to being one of those guys. And the list of guys that he talked to try to figure out things and nuance to try to get this, you're not going to stop LSU. No. But you want to create some opportunities to take the ball away from him. He's done a great job.
Indeed. I could talk to you all day, my friend.
You know what it is,
it's good to see you, brother. All right. Thanks for being with us. Marcus Spears, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
That's it. He's our guy right here. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back.
I pulled the 6 of hearts, TB.
Attaboy. Attaboy. This is Tony Barnhart sitting in for Paul.